In this lesson, moving forward, I'm going to demonstrate how to in fact link our products with our database. Okay. Now, so far, all we've done is created these featured products manually using code, okay, and CSS as well as SQL, and of course within the Bootstrap functionality and the framework, and of course within the Bootstrap framework. Next, when we work with our database, all products and these categories which we linked earlier are now going to be dynamically displayed. So everything here that you see will disappear, and we will configure it directly from our database. Okay, let's get started. Let's go to our database here, my PHP admin, and on the left I have my products table, categories, and brands. So within my brands, let's configure and create and insert some additional columns. So the first one is going to be Levi's, right? Because that's our first category that we created manually way earlier on in this course. This time we are going to create this using our database. Okay, so here's our Levi's, and then click go, which is our first brand. So again, within my brands table, I have my Levi's brand here. So once the brand is added, let me go to my products table, and I'm going to create a couple of more columns within this table. Let's go to my structure here, and at the end I'm going to add 2 columns, and let's see where at the end maybe. Let's go to the after the description and click go, and the first name in this field is going to be featured, and I'm going to use it integer, or I can use small int, or let's use tiny int, and as defined in my parent category, which was 0. And next is the sizes, and this I'm going to leave it as text, and once I'm done, simply click save, and this will add to the products table. Next, I'm going to insert a product. Okay, so just click on products, click on insert, and here the description is going to be Levi's jeans. Use the apostrophe, and then give it a price, which is, let's say, $29.99, and then my list price is $39.99, for example, and then my brand, for instance, is 1. Well, this is a text field, so we need a number here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to our brands table and click OK. Do you want to leave this page? Yes. So we'll come back to this. So quickly go back to brand, click on edit here, and then use. All right, so this brand is varchar, so it can take the integer. Let's go to our products here, for example, and let's see. Within our products, let me edit the brand here. Click on change, and instead of text, we need to use the integer right here. Perfect. Okay, and let's click save. So now we're in good shape. Let's go back to our brand, and let's click on edit to edit the Levi's brand. All right, so it's not here. Let's go to products, go to our structure, for example, and then we added the brand and a couple of things we need to insert here. Okay, and let's insert Levi's jeans. Finally, we figured this out, and then the price will be $29.99, and list price will be $39.99, and this time notice brand is now an integer, right? So it's not text anymore. So we're going to link it to category 1, or give it an ID as 1. And then for my image, I need to specify the path, which is my tutorial images, and make sure I have the correct path or the name of the file, which is levis.jpg. Okay, and if you're not sure, you can always go back to your code bring up your images folder and take a look at the correct extension. So here's my Levi's.jpg. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so you want to make sure this is correct. So let's go back to our database, and it's Levi's.jpg. Next, just provide a sample description. These Levi's jeans are great. Buy them now. Okay. Scroll down. We're going to give an ID of 1 as a featured. And then I can specify various sizes for my Levi's jeans. So such as the waist, for example, 3 in stock, 32, I have 5 in stock, and then maybe 36, only 1 in stock. All right, so I have all of these. Maybe I'll get rid of these spaces and simply click go. And this will insert one row within this table. I also can see the SQL query also. Okay, so the SQL is insert into the products table. And then here are my fields that I like to insert. And of course, my image is also part of the SQL. So it depends on whether I wish to use the SQL or the My PHP admin. All right, next, let's click on products here. Go to our structure and take a look at whether everything is populated or not. Seems good. Let's next go to our Levi's jeans that we just added. So here it is. And then I'm going to edit this and assign a category as 6. Scroll down and click go. Okay. So we need this category as 6 with this brand associated to it. Now, once we have this set up in our database, let's navigate to our code. Go to our index.php. And here we're going to remove all the static products that we entered earlier on in this course. So I'm going to scroll down. And here are my products. So starting from the featured product. So we're going to leave the featured products at this point because we want the heading as Levi's jeans. So this is where we're going to leave this product, but the rest of the products we're going to get rid of. Okay. So we're going to highlight all of these products, including hoodie is our last, and headband is our last product, and simply get rid of them. Okay. So the only product now we have here is within our main content of featured products is just the Levi's jeans. All right, great. So let's get rid of these spaces. Perfect. Let's go up above our main content of featured products. So now since we have our database live and connected, all we need is to execute the SQL or specify the SQL statement. All right, to do this, let's go up here to our initialization file for our PHP. And anywhere within this PHP, let's do the SQL. So I'm going to do string SQL equals, and my query. Select everything from products, and of course where featured equals 1, and then get our variable in here. Featured equals DB, get my database in, query, and then string SQL. So once I've added this, let's scroll down to our product, Levi's jeans here. Okay, so right after the featured product, I want to script PHP. And here I'm going to do the while loop. So while product equals my SQL I fetch, and then of course the featured. Okay, so here's my first SQL fetch that I'm basically telling this code that go to my database and bring the featured products. Next, of course, my image also needs to be changed, and before the image I need to have my heading 4. So instead of the Levi's jeans, I need a PHP here, or rather instead of a PHP, simply do and call the product and show my title for the product and close it off with a semicolon. Okay, so all we did here was instead of static name, whatever title is within the title column in the table, it's going to be displayed here. Same thing, I'm going to configure the image source as well. So the image source is not static anymore. It's not coming from the folders that I have on my drive. It's actually coming from the database. Okay, so image source is going to equal, and same thing, equals products, and then my image. All right, right after the image, I need my bracket here, of course, and the semicolon. And of course, close my tag, and then change our alternate text and specify repeat the same code, equals product. So essentially, you see the concept that we're doing, right? So we're simply adding dynamic elements to our code. So it's not static anymore. Everything is coming from the database now. So my alt text is also going to be the same. It's going to come from the title. Place a semicolon and close this tag as well. All right, next, let's take a look at our price. So configure the price the same way. So just instead of the price, which is static at this point, I can get rid of this, in fact, and just copy the same code here and paste it. And instead of the title, I'm going to give it the list price, which is the name underscore price, and then close this tag. Okay, perfect. Same thing I'm going to do for the $19.99 price. Copy it and remove the $19.99 and paste this code. And this is also going to come from just the price. It's not list, so this is just coming from the price field. And let's see what else we need. The list price, text danger, list price s. Okay, we need a string here, and then we need another string right after our price, or after our price, right here. All right, great. So we have configured our Levi's product, Levi's jeans, dynamically for the price, the heading, the title, the product itself, and the image coming from directly from our database so far. And of course, we need to end the PHP with the end while. So right after the div, I'm going to do PHP and just say end while. And of course, close my div tag. Great. So now it closes the div tags for my product. Let's save this, test it out, see what happens. Let's go to our Explorer, go to our shop, refresh. And great. So we have our menus, which we configured in the last lesson. Perfect. And our product is also now connected to the database. Okay. Awesome. So this way, we can in fact now add items to our database directly and then have them displayed here. So there's no need to write any additional code, for instance. So let's say you add a product to your shop or your business and you want to sell that. You want to place the product online. You don't have to create manual code, configure the CSS, or do the styling. You can simply directly go to your database, enter a new product, and it will be displayed here. So with this, notice our products stay within the same framework. Okay, the viewport settings are the same. The Bootstrap columns are the same. We did not change those at all. All we did was simply connect the database to our products. So I hope this helps. And as a practice, continue on repeating the same steps and you'll add additional products directly from your database. And with this, let's move to our next lesson.